everybody. It's Jason Powell here, sharing worship moments with you today. And so I just invite you to enter this space wherever you find it. Open your heart to the divine, because the divine is always at work. And when we worship, we open our own souls to the environment of heaven. I welcome you. If you're not already a member or a subscriber of the YouTube channel, I invite you to do that so that you can always be notified when this material is shared, so that it can raise your consciousness, and that helps you personally, to manifest some good. How many know we need some more good in the world? And so the good that we draw into our souls, into our hearts, and into our minds helps to lift our own vibe, our own spirit, which helps us to show up in the world in that good spirit. Let's open our hearts in prayer. God, thank you for your presence that's always with us and always around us. We invite you, great spirit of love, to saturate us now as we worship. I love this simple song. Breathe upon me, breath of God. Breathe upon me, Spirit of the Lord. As I lift my hands in surrender to your name, Most High, I'm yielding to your Spirit. Oh, I'm walking in your love. Jesus, I adore your holy name. Right where you are, just ask God to breathe upon you. Breathe upon me, breath of God. Breathe upon me, Spirit of the Lord. As I lift my hands in surrender to your name, Most High, I'm yielding to your Spirit. I'm walking in your love. Jesus, I adore. Oh, Jesus, I adore. Jesus, I adore your holy name. There's something to allowing our souls to transcend our present reality. When our souls can transcend a present predicament, then we have the ability to rise above that thing. And so I just declare to somebody today, as you're hearing this, that your soul is meant to transcend that problem, not to try to hold it. No. You are meant to hold the divine life, to be a conduit of the divine spirit. When you are a flowing vessel of divine spirit, then problems have ways of dissipating and shifting and moving, because your spirit person is open and receptive to the divine. Come on, right where you are this morning, just make that your prayer one more time. Breathe upon me, breath of God. Breathe upon me, Spirit of the Lord. As I lift my hands in surrender to your name, Most High, I'm yielding to your Spirit. I'm walking in your love. Jesus, I adore your holy name. It's a powerful thing when we're able to surrender, when we're able to walk in spirit, meaning that we don't take the first natural action or the first natural reaction that comes to our mind when we're presented with the opposite of what we desire to be presented with. It's a powerful thing when we shift into our spiritual disposition and say, no, I'm going to baptize a situation in love, or I'm going to encounter a scenario by, instead of reacting the way I ordinarily would want to, but by intentionally shifting to spirit, which is to intend good, which is to walk in love. That's the higher realm of spirit. When we do that, we invite a lot of good into our own experience, okay? And so I want to encourage you to do that today. Wherever you find yourself, remember, just yielding to the Spirit is a powerful thing to do. And walking in your love, oh, Jesus, I adore. Adore the greater reality of spirit that pervades you, that animates your very existence. Jesus, I adore. Jesus, I adore your holy name. I love this. It says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. God's mercies never come to an end. No. They are new every morning. This song never gets old for me. They're new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O God. Great is thy faithfulness. They are new every morning. Anybody can witness to that today? Yes, they're new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O God. Great is thy faithfulness. So God, we thank you for your faithfulness that endures, for your love that never fails. Because all we have needed, your hand has provided. And we recognize you as our source today. I have these affirmations that I have sitting here. I have different things that I use to keep my heart and my mind and my spirit navigating in a way that is uplifting. Because when we are in uplifted states, we can bring forth what we're here to bring forth, the good that we're here to bring forth. Yes, sometimes tough times and situations that cause us to not feel uplifted have a way of honing and clarifying more clearly what it is that we are calling for, what it is that we do want, what our purpose actually is. And so when we can use those wilderness times and seasons to hone and clarify the truth of our being, we can evolve and grow and increase and become. How many of you want to grow and evolve and increase and become? Yeah, of course you do. That's why you're here. That's why you're in your body. That's why you're having life. And so today, remember that when you adore the realm of spirit, that's what this is about. When you can adore the realm of spirit and you engage a divine help. And so I prophesy and declare to you today that there is a divine help that comes to your aid, that you were not meant to handle things alone. You were not meant to do this by yourself, but you were meant to engage an inner resource. A tough time just comes to remind you that your inner resource is there for you to use, to pull out. How can you access it? One beautiful way is worship. Just worship your way through whatever you're going through. Just worship your way through whatever you're facing. Just worship your way to your next level. Just worship your way to your greater revelation. Yeah, just worship your way to your greater good. Just worship your way to your greater knowing. I find this is something that I often sing when I am yielding to spirit. We first sang a song about yielding to spirit, and I want you to hear this. Yes, I see you. Good morning, Clara Duckworth. I'm so glad that you are worshiping with me today. Yes, and as you guys hear this, let this be your heart's call, your heart's cry. Yes, Lord. Why am I saying yes, Lord, and why am I laughing like that? I'm saying yes, Lord, because that is the response of your spirit that you respond with when you decide to lean into love and when you decide to yield to the Spirit. Because you recognize you're drawing something really powerful into your life when you do that. So this simple old song I love, and it says, I'll say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I'll say yes, Lord, yes. I will trust you and obey. When the Spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. In other words, when the Spirit speaks to you, when the Spirit says, shh, don't say that. When the Spirit says, shh, love them anyway. When the Spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. You're opening up the pathway for some good to happen. And my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. When God can get a yes in your spirit, to yield to something good, then God can really do something with you. You know, the things you go through are just to have your heart disposition shifted into greater good. Say, I'll say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I'll say yes, Lord, yes. I will trust you and obey. When the Spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. Come on, let that be your heart's cry. And say, I'll say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I'll say yes, Lord, yes. I will trust you and obey. When the Spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. When the Spirit speaks to me, what Spirit speaking to you? When the Spirit speaks to me, when the Spirit speaks to me, yeah. God's been talking all along in your heart, in your inner knowing. Speaks to me, yeah. When the Spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I agree. That's if you really, really want all that Spirit of good, of God has for you. Then your answer will be yes, Lord, yes. Sometimes we ask questions. We say, God, why do I have to go through X or Y? Why do I have to go through this? But remember, you came here with soul intentions. There are intentions that occupy your soul. There is some good that's inside of you that's trying to come out. And when you see yourself as a seed, in seed form, there are aspects of a seed that cannot come out unless it is planted, right? And unless that seed, in a way, dies so that it can bring forth a harvest of many more seeds and a whole plant or a whole tree, right? And so, like that seed, you come here with soul intentions. You come here with invisible instructions that occupy your soul. And so when you are navigating challenges, when you are navigating circumstances, and you're wondering why you experience what you experience, I'm here to prophetically declare to you that in your experiences that aren't always the most harmonious, it's an indication for you to go within and say, yes, God, I can release my resistance in this area. And I can say yes. I can say yes. I can surrender. I can surrender. And what happens in those moments? Your soul grows. You expand beyond it. That's what love does. Love expands you. Love allows your soul to grow. And in that growth, there is progression, there is becoming, there is healing, and there is the actualizing of your soul intention. I've come to declare over somebody today that there is a soul intention that is occupying your being. And you experience what you experience so that the greater reality of who you are can shine forth. Not so that you can go under. The seed just has to be buried in the soil so that it can bring forth. You just have to submit to your process so that you can bring forth. When the Spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. Thy faithfulness, oh God, great is thy faithfulness. It was a song God gave me years ago that I have done before in concerts. Speaking of concerts, if you are on social media, you will see that I'm presenting a concert, a worship night concert with some friends on Friday, December the 16th in Indianapolis, Broadway United Methodist Church at 6 p.m. You should make plans to be there. The holiday times are moments where people sometimes don't know how to navigate their emotions. We're confronted with mixed emotions because life happens, right? Life happens. And so sometimes we don't always know what to do with all those emotions because of life that has happened to us and through us over the years. And a lot of that stuff can be unearthed in these holiday seasons. But I understand, and you do too in your inner knowing, that worship has a way of transcending troubles. Do you hear that? Worship has a way of transcending troubles. And so I want to share that worship healing night with you. Make plans to be there. Again, that's Friday, December the 16th at Broadway United Methodist Church, 7 p.m. And you'll see the event link for it. But this song says, we sing your praise in all of the earth. Thank you, Lord. Oh, Lord, we seek your face. Thank you. We call on your name. Oh, Lord. Those who know your name will trust in you, for you have never forsaken those who seek you. I will trust you, Lord. I will worship you, the one and only living God. Will you trust? Will you worship? There's peace in your trust. There's peace in your worship. And as soon as that peace infiltrates your energy field, in your trust and in your worship, that's an indication that things are shifting in the unseen. When you are led forth in peace, that's an indication that things are shifting in the unseen. You access that by your trust and your worship. Simple song. We sing your praise in all of the earth. Oh Lord, the one and only living God. Yeah, 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 oh. You are the one and only living God. No other power can compare to you. You are the one and only living God. I worship you. Anybody want to worship the Lord and you alone? Just lift your hands right where you are, your hearts. Yeah. We lift up our hearts before you and worship at your throne. The one and only living God. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we lift up our lives before you and worship you alone. The one and only living God. I'm gonna say that one more time. We lift up our hearts before you and worship at your throne. The one and only living God. Oh, yeah. We lift up our lives before you and worship you alone. The one and only living God. The one and only living God. Yeah, yeah. The one and only living God. Now listen. This God, this Spirit, is always accessible, is always present, is omnipresent, is all present. Meaning that this is the God who is both immanent and transcendent, meaning within you and around you. So you are never without access to infinite spirit that pervades all that is. You're never without access. The reason why we say this in this song, the one and only living God, is because it's an understanding of the unified field, if you will. It's an understanding of the oneness of all that is. It's the understanding of what was even termed the Jewish Shema, right? Which is the Lord our God is one and undivided, one and undivided, whole. In other words, to which all have access, which belongs to all. So I want to remind you that the essence of who you are is made of God's substance. In your thought, in your feeling nature, in your consciousness, you have access to that which pervades all. So when you trust, when you worship, when you allow that peace like a river to flow in your existence, you are accessing this oneness. You are accessing the realm of the divine. And when you put an intention into that peace and into that wholeness, things have a way of shifting and working in your favor. I just came to declare to you today that the one and only living God is working in your life. Yeah, the one and only living God is making your way smooth, is making your path prepared. The one and only living God, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. The one and only living God. One of my affirmations sitting on my piano as we close this out says, I am filled with the knowledge of God's will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding. Say that. I am filled with the knowledge of God's will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding. God's will is my prosperity. In other words, my well-being. And so when you understand that that divine will is your well-being, you can trust, you can relax because it's working out in your favor. You are connected to the realm of all that is. Remember, you are connected to the realm of all that is. Remember, you are connected to the realm of all that is. So therefore, you are not helpless and you are not hopeless. Take a deep breath. Take a few deep breaths. And remember who you are. You are an emanation of the divine. You are a child of the living God. And your recognition of it draws you into it. Your repeated recognition of it enlivens it in you and causes you to show up in the world as one who is divinely enabled. You're divinely enabled to walk in peace over and above that situation. I release to you the anointing of peace today. You're divinely enabled to walk in peace over and above that situation. You shall have the peace that passes all understanding. It will be incomprehensible, the level of peace that you walk in, based on what you have gone through and what you might face. And that peace will dissolve and dissipate every hard situation that tried to lodge itself in your consciousness. That surrender and that worship will draw the energy of heaven into your experience today. I prophesy and declare that you shall be above only and not beneath. This year, this holiday season, and moving into the next year, you shall transcend that predicament. You shall transcend your present level. Whatever level you're on, you're going to transcend it and you're going to go beyond it. You came here to evolve. You came here to grow. You came here to become. And you shall become all that you've been divinely destined to be. The one and only living God. Yeah, yeah. The one and only living God. Listen, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, I invite you to do that. That way we can build together, because we need to have more of this kind of consciousness energy going out into the earth. When you mix your mind with it, you help to shift the consciousness of the planet. The fact that you're here listening, the fact that you're stirring it within yourself, you help for it to shift in the earth. Thank you. Thank you for just causing your own mind and heart to mix with this today. It shifts you and it shifts the planet. Much love. You matter. God bless you.